morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Now, if you just joined us, we're talking about the attempted coup, all right? It's, I guess, the 1 year anniversary, if you want to call that. But
1 year ago today, domestic terrorists, Vanilla ISIS, Al Cracker, they stormed the Capitol to try to overturn the results of a fair election.
So we're asking 800-585-1051. What's the question? Do you care?
Because it really, but I mean, we've been asking that question for the past year. It never really felt like folks were taking this as serious as they should. There was an attempted coup of this country. Do you know people get killed in other countries for attempted coups? And like, it doesn't feel like anybody's really being held accountable. Like, especially the politicians. Like, you got members of Congress, you got politicians who were in cahoots with this whole situation. And this is why I don't understand this bipartisan nonsense. I don't understand why folks on the left are still, hell bent on working with folks on the right, knowing that some of those folks were behind this. Like, how could you continue to go into a building every single day knowing that somebody in that building tried to line you up? How?
And I feel like a lot of Republicans are really quiet about it. I remember when it first happened, people were like, this is wrong. And now those people are like real super quiet.
I think everybody's real quiet about it. I mean, I'm not saying that they're quiet. Of course they talk about it. You hear these conversations all the time. But this is something that should always be discussed on every morning radio show, every late night talk show. An attempted coup of this country happened a year ago. Think about that. And if you don't punish these people, if the consequences aren't severe, guess what's going to happen in the future? Something worse.
No, and if you remember, they were talking about convicting Donald Trump at that time. And I think they said that was the most bipartisan Senate vote in presidential impeachment history, but it was only 7 Republican senators who voted to convict.
Yeah, I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, it is in the news, but when I see it in the news, I really feel like I see a lot of people supporting them. Or maybe it's because it's Fox News, but it's so many other things that seem like people stress and worry about more.
I think that movie, Don't Look Up, is a great movie. And the reason I think it's a great movie because it really does show how numb we are to things that are really important. Like, there's this meme going around. I saw D.L. Hughley posted yesterday, and he's right. He said it's not just the Capitol. Folks tried to run the Biden-Harris bus off the road in Texas. In Michigan, they tried to kidnap the governor. We forgot about that.
Yep.
In Oregon, they stormed the legislature with guns drawn. Like, they showing you what time it is.
But you know what's big in the news? Kanye and Kim.
Kanye and Kim.
Yep. I mean, Kanye might be doing Coachella, they're saying. Now, I seen a picture of Pete Davidson and Kim coming
I feel like
vacation.
people got more upset about, and I mean, rightfully, I'm not, I think it all warrants, people being upset, but it's like things that have celebrity attached to them, like Astroworld.
Correct.
If there's a celebrity attached to it, people really, 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 really get upset. But things that really impact and affect your everyday life, it's like, okay, well, keep it moving.
Yeah, all right. Well, let's go to the phone lines. Hello, who's this?
Hey, good morning. Good morning, Breakfast Club. This is C'est La Vie.
C'est La Vie, what's up, brother?
That's life.
That's your real name?
Well, my real name is Saquon, but my artist name is C'est La Vie.
Okay.
All right, C'est La Vie. So what are your thoughts, brother?
I truly believe that because it was such a one-sided race thing that it's not so much attention brought on the attempted coup. Had it been us, had it been black folks, Latinos, I think a lot of more people would have died and a lot of more attention would have brought to it.
That's a fact. But, the problem I have is I'm talking about like us as regular, everyday people, American citizens who pay taxes. If we know that there was politicians and people in Congress who assisted with this coup, these are the people that make our laws every day. These are the people that vote, for legislation. Shouldn't we be a little bit more outraged and be demanding that, these people are investigated and removed?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. But how do you go about that when these are the people who make the rules and the laws and set a standard for certain things? Well, how do you go about that?
Like, that's the magic question.
Them accountable.
I would say make sure you go out and vote and don't be discouraged from voting.
No, that's not the answer.
No, I'm telling you right now.
You
cannot not vote.
The reason I say that, and I'm not saying.
I think that's definitely one thing that we need to do.
I'm not telling people not to vote. I'm just telling you that the people that we voted for, they're not even holding those people accountable. They're not even pushing the line for folks to get the consequences that they need so something like this never happens again.
They did try to convict Trump. The problem is that the way that it works in Congress is that there is a system in place. Now, if you want to talk about dismantling the system and doing something different, that's a whole nother conversation. But I do feel like we need to have more representation, and we need to make sure that we're involved in that process and know who's representing us.
The House panel does not have the authority to pursue criminal charges, but it can provide the Justice Department with evidence of any wrongdoing it unearths in this investigation. All right. And Merrick Garland says the Justice Department remains committed to holding all January 6 perpetrators at any level accountable under law. I don't see it. I don't see them acting the way they're talking. I don't see them backing it up with action.
What should happen?
I think that the people that we voted for, those should be the ones raising hell. When that brother asked just now, how do we do that? We do that by raising hell on the ground. But those people in positions of power that are in Congress that we voted for, they should be the ones really, 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 really pushing the line on holding these folks accountable.
I'll be honest with you, and we'll take some more calls when we come back. 800-585-1051. I think a lot of times when we vote for these people, they don't stand for us, right? You might hate Trump, you might dislike him, but he stands for his people. Mm-hmm. He rides for his people, whether you like it or love it. He gonna hold his people down. Whether that's look, you take this little jail time and then I'll pardon you later on, or I do. Like, he rides for his people. Like, let's be honest.
And that's why they always say Republicans fall in line, Democrats fall in love. We fall in love with our candidates, like them for all these other reasons that don't have nothing to do with politics, and then when they don't do nothing, we act surprised.
I mean, we still have to vote, but like, you look 100%. At Joe Biden. Joe Biden said all these things he gonna do for HBCUs and all these things he gonna do. And then when you ask him about it, he be like, I still got time. No, you don't, brother.
But that's why I say I'm not pushing back on voting at all. I'm just saying we got to just stop telling people to vote. What are we voting for?
All right.
We got to demand things of these people. That's just a cliche thing people go to. Vote, vote, vote. We did do that. We did that.
800-585-1051. We're talking about the attempted coup on the White House. What are your thoughts? I mean, it seems like nobody cares. Nobody talks about it no more. I mean, people are more concerned about, Kanye and them robbing Amy.
Don't bring up Amy, because you're going to make me get distracted, because I'm very disappointed in y'all. I cannot believe y'all robbed Amy from Jeopardy, yo. At gunpoint. I'm so disappointed in y'all for that. Let's not get distracted. Don't do that, man.
Goodness gracious. 800-585-1051. We're asking, of course, the attempted coup, this is the 1-year anniversary. Do people care? Seems like people are talking about so many different things, whether it's Astro Festival, whether it's Antonio Brown, whether it's them bum-ass Cowboys, or whatever it may be. People are talking about so many different things.
And at least 57 people who played a role in storming the Capitol that day last year are running for office in 2022.
That's crazy. Or even like this, you think about it. What's the maximum time somebody got for the attempted coup on the government? What was the maximum
I think it was
time?
It wasn't long. It was like 3 years. Don't quote me on that, but I know it was some months. It was like 36 months or something like that.
Now think about this. The truck driver who said his brakes failed, who wasn't drunk, who hit people accidentally, they gave him 100 years.
And if I'm not mistaken, somebody correct me on this, I think the person who got the most time so far in the Capitol Rise is black. I'm not lying. Wow. But I think about people like Mike Neerman, Representative Mike Neerman of Oregon. He actually let protesters into the Capitol. He's a GOP lawmaker.
He let his people in.
Like, come on, man. Think about that. I don't know, bro.
Hello, who's this?
Paige.
Hey, Paige, good morning.
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Doing good, good. What are your thoughts? You care?
The American people absolutely care what happened on January 6th. Ever since the pandemic, everybody's eyes have been open to what the politicians actually do. Politicians in leadership, they don't move in rights and laws like the rest of us. They move in secrets and favors.
That's right. That's right.
And then pretty much Trump probably has something on everybody, and he knows he has a lot longer list of Epstein's Island probably too.
That's right. Okay. Oh, Mike Neerman he got 18 months probation.
Hello,
for letting people into the Capitol. He got 18 months probation and 80 hours of community service.
And the brother the Spanish brother who his brakes fell out, he got 100 years.
Lord have mercy.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Jermaine from Baltimore. What's up with y'all, man?
Jermaine from B-More. What's up, brother?
Hey, I was calling in about the attack on the Capitol. I just feel like the black community is we tired of getting emotionally involved when we just gonna get heartbroken with things. Because if the roles was reversed, people be having life in jail. A cop would have shot a black person there. He would have got a medal. You know?
Yeah.
All right, brother. Hello, who's this?
Hey, good morning. This is Matt.
Matt, what's up, brother?
What's up, man? I heard y'all talking about that coup, man.
That coup. We talk about that coup. What's up?
Well, I don't particularly agree with why they did it, but all in all, that's all right, man. Like,
What?
An attempted
crime.
coup. An attempted coup is not your right. You get killed in other countries for attempted coups. What are you talking about?
People got killed and died. They tried to crush police officers. They wanted to kill Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
They were chanting, hang the vice president, Mike Pence at the time. What are you talking about? That's not your right. It's a crime.
I'm not agreeing with the particular stuff that happened last year. All I'm saying is that's exactly what we did, like, to lead up to us being our own country. Sometimes it takes stuff like that to throw out tyranny. I'm not agreeing with what particularly happened last year.
They weren't trying to throw out tyranny, though, brother. They were trying to overthrow the results of a fair election. That wasn't. They weren't trying to overthrow tyranny.
All I'm saying, if the situation was different, everybody would understand.
It's a little false narrative going around out here. I don't know about that.
So back to Amy.
Don't do that, man. We do need to have a discussion about Amy, just not right now. I just want to say that, this time last year, an attempted coup in this country happened. There's been plenty of reports that several congressional members were involved, intimately involved in this coup. They've named the representatives from Marjorie Taylor Greene, to Mo Brooks, to Lauren Boebert, to Madison Cawthorn, Louis Gohmert, Paul Gosar, Andy Biggs, and I expect the people who I voted for to hold these individuals accountable, or at least raise hell about it.
Right.
Can you imagine working in a building where somebody was attempting to have some harm caused to you, and then you still come there and work with that person every day and don't say anything about it?
Well, if you want to see the names of everybody, there's about 600 elected officials who also signed on to an open letter asking Congress not to certify the election results, and also all the protesters.
And this was after.
Yeah, the president, Jessica Post, who's the president of the Democratic Legislative Campaign Committee, has listed all of those names and all the people who have public office that were involved in this January 6th coup of the Capitol and the White House.
And this is after all of that action happened. They still went in there and still tried to, change the results of the election. They still were opposing the results of the election. Our lawmakers. Come on, man.
All right. Well, we got rumors on the way.
Yes, and let's talk about White Castle. Find out what hip-hop artist has partnered up with White Castle for some new spicy, sloppy sliders.
Give me my fart sounds, Red. give me my fart sounds.
All right. We'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.